Hello, so I'm just doing this video to show you what I do on the internet, on Facebook. I run the Marfan Syndrome page on Facebook, and there's been a little bit of issue with communication wise on that, and people took offence to some stuff that wasn't meant to be offensive from another member, and you know, I'm just going to do a live video with them now, live chat video with them now, with the group, to talk about differences and how we need to be wary that we have differences within the group, like learning difficulties, you know, people who don't speak much English, there are cultural differences, all sorts like that, and a lot of them don't take that into account before they jump down someone's throat. So I'm just gonna chat to them on here. John's gonna video me doing it from my YouTube channel, so it's sort of like a video within a video, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna start my live chat now. No one's joined yet. Hello. I did inform them that I was making this video beforehand. Right, I can't see any comments properly. Right, hello everyone. Just so everyone knows, I am videoing this for my YouTube channel as well. So, but yeah, I wanted to chat to you all about the differences in the group, because we've just had a bit of an issue with a member who posted something that was taken out of context and people took offence to it. Now, it was, you've probably all seen it, it is the post about, can Marfan syndrome cause gayness or queerness? Now, that was posted by a member who is Russian, and they do not speak much English. So there is a cultural difference and a language difference, and again, a barrier there, language barrier and a bit of a language breakdown. Also, we have people in the group that have learning difficulties and neurological disabilities and things like that. Like me, for instance, I have autism and I have dyslexia. So communication wise, I struggle greatly. Reading, writing and spelling, I'm not very good at. So I use a lot of predictive text, and sometimes predictive text can get it wrong too. Sometimes Google Translate gets it wrong as well. So we have to be mindful of that. We have to be mindful of all these differences. And I know that social media can put a barrier between humanity, if that makes sense. We forget that there is a human there with emotions and feelings that can be hurt. We forget that because all we're looking at is words on a screen. We're not looking at a human being. So we forget that there are emotions behind it all, and we lose connection with reality. So I can understand how people forget to mind people's emotions and forget to think, oh, hang on a minute, let's read this post again, let's make sure we understand it fully and get it in the right context. Now, the person who posted the thing about Marfans and gayness, they weren't trying to call anyone gay, because they're gay themselves. They weren't trying to offend anyone. They were just asking a question. And obviously, if they're newly diagnosed and don't know much about Marfan syndrome, all these random weird questions will pop into their head. I mean, I myself was born with Marfan syndrome, and my father and my nan both had Marfan syndrome. So I'm lucky in the fact that I know quite a bit about it because I have a family history of it. But there are people that are spontaneous mutations, and this thing is just sprung on them. Marfan syndrome is sprung on them, and they get scared and they don't know what to do, and they don't think straight about it, and there's a lot of scientific jargon and medical jargon along with it, and it can be very confusing and very scary. So sometimes on the page there will be these random strange questions that pop up, you know. So we have to be mindful that there are differences. And also in the group, I don't have a lot of rules on the group because I've joined a lot of groups on social media before, and it's been nothing but rules. And there are pages and pages and pages of rules. And someone like me with learning difficulties, having to read through all of that and understand it all, it's almost impossible for me to understand it all and read it all. So, and then when I post on these pages, all I get is the admin telling me off because I've broken one of the golden rules. So I don't have a lot of rules for that fact because I don't want to bombard people with rules, you know. So my only rules are be respectful, be understanding, no bullying, no hate. That includes racism, ableism, homophobia. I don't agree with any of that. I believe that differences make us who we are. Differences make the world an interesting place. So I'm all for differences, and I hate it when people force their beliefs on others. So I would never do that. And I believe that everyone is entitled to believe in what they want, whether that be God, or whether that be that bananas are one day going to rise up and take over the world. You know, you can believe whatever you like, as long as you don't force me to believe it as well, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to clear all that up really, and I just wanted people to know that in the group, before you jump down someone's throat and start having a go at them and ganging up on them and calling them a troll, before you do that, read the post properly. Are there any spelling mistakes? How is the post put up? Because a lot of the time with me, I know my posts can come across naive and childish because of the way I have worded it and because of the spelling. And that is because of my disability, because of my learning difficulties and all. Sometimes I find it hard to communicate what I'm thinking. I find it hard to find the right words and use the right context and everything. So just read the posts a couple of times first, and if you're still not sure, ask the person, what do you mean by that? You know, before you start having a go at them and calling them a troll and everything, you know. We need to be mindful of differences. We need to be respectful of differences. But yeah, if there is any more problems in the group, don't hesitate to come to me and talk to me about it. You can message me on Facebook. I'm also on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. just either look for Suki Mannix, or chronically Suki. You can find me on social media everywhere. But yeah, if you have any problems or if there is any questions, come talk to me. And also, I wanted to let people know that there is a group recently been set up for Marfan patients that are LGBTQ. So if you're LGBTQI plus, then go check that group out. I'm on it. I will post the link on the page again, but I'm on it. Personally, I'm intersex. If you're not sure what that is, go Google it, you know. But yeah, I'm the I in LGBTQI. But yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry I'm not reading any posts. I struggle to see them because of my eyesight. I'm blind in this eye, and this eye's half blind. It's not much good, so I struggle to see the small writing and read the posts. So, but I will read them later when I finish the video, and if there's any questions I will try my best to answer them. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will see the live group later. Bye bye. There we go, that's that live video. But yeah, so that is my page on Facebook, Marfan's apostrophe S syndrome, which is the group I run because there's quite a lot of Marfan groups. And yeah, I kind of chat to them, and they're usually really good at policing themselves and dealing with themselves, and you know, because there are quite a few people on there who are very well educated in Marfan syndrome, so they tend to help each other out, the members do, and answer any questions and whatnot. So it's very rarely that it's very rarely that I've got to step in to deal with anything like that. But I've noticed recently there's been a bit of a rise in people getting offended over something that they don't need to be offended by, over something that's been taken out of context, and you know, they tend to forget, like I was saying, they tend to forget that there is a human being on the other side of that screen. You know, it's not just text on a screen. There's a human being with emotions and feelings that has put that text on that screen. You know, and it kind of, they lose connection there, and you know, that's what has been annoying me recently. And then these people that I've talked to that have learning difficulties feel like they've been ganged up on and targeted and bullied, you know, which that could have all been prevented if these people reading their post had gone, hang on a minute, let me double check this, let me read this, let me ask what they mean, you know, rather than, oh my god, that offends me, I'm gonna shout at them and call them a troll and call them a fucking arsehole, you know, and threaten to stab them. And you don't do that. Calm down, calm the fuck down, you know. Just think, use the brain that you were born with, you know. Think, look at the post again, read it, ask the person, what do you mean by this, and let them explain. Because the thing is, people with disabilities can't always say, look, they can't always put a disclaimer on everything they post saying, I have learning difficulties, you know, I have communication difficulties. We can't put disclaimers on everything because that's just not right. That's not being treated as equal when it's not being treated with equity, you know? So calm down, yeah? Don't be jumping on everyone and attacking them just because you think their post is offensive, you know? But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go now because I'm gonna finish playing video games. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you all later. Bye bye.